Hi everyone, my name is Cheryl and welcome back to Bluegrass Streams to Seams. This channel is mostly about sewing and every now and then I throw in a little bit about knitting because I do enjoy both crafts. Okay, I want to thank everyone who has given me feedback. Your comments and your words of encouragement are so well appreciated, and thank you for all those who have watched, all those who have subscribed. I really do appreciate your friendship. So thank you so much for including me into a part of your day. Okay, so as you can see, I have been knitting on my mitered square blanket, and I wanted to kind of see the progress. About a fourth of the way finished. I did have to go buy more mini skein. I had a wonderful time making this blanket. It's very relaxing. Okay, on to sewing. So I decided to cut out my double-sided apron. And this is the pattern. Some of you may be familiar with Mulari. It's a reversible apron pattern. They had it on display at the Bolt Fabric store. It's in Bucksport, Maine. We had met some friends there for lunch the last time we were there, and she had told me that this little fabric store was just ran in actually the garage part of their home, and said she's a really friendly young lady, go over and check it out. So I did, and on display they had this apron, and of course it was in two of my favorite sort of prints. If you're going to have something to remember Maine by, that being my 5th trip to Maine, I definitely wanted to have, Maine is about lobsters and blueberries. So it is reversible, truly reversible. Now I did mess up a little bit on my ties. I was not supposed to do them the way I did them, but they work, it functions, and I probably won't change it. I'll think about it next time. I just got a little bit ahead of myself on the directions. Thought, oh, I know what to do from here on. And yes, if I was just doing a single-sided apron, I was correct. If I'm doing a double-sided apron, no, you're not correct. So they don't function as a single tie. They're functioning as 2 ties. But it's okay. It's for me, and I'm okay with that. Now, I did want to do the pockets, but not in the same fabric. Now, their sample was done in the same fabric, but I decided I wanted my pocket to be one pocket, and I wanted that pocket cut on the fold. Now, the pattern piece is not cut on the fold, it's cut like these two, separate. And I wanted it to look like this, but I didn't want a stitch line there except to divide a full pocket, which I cut mine on the fold, and when I got the lining put in it and turned it, I was ready to stitch it in place. I figured out where the middle was. I did draw a line. You can't hardly see that anymore. I don't know if it'll show up or not. If I get it in the light, maybe you will. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. That was my stitch line. Okay, so for the lobster print in this pocket, I went down to my friend Cheryl's store, Muppin Sewing Emporium, and I purchased this blue that has this cross in it. Now the opposite side of this, of course, you can see the embroidery stitches. They're kind of big. This is the reverse. And she was, like me, a little concerned that something could get caught on that and pull it. So she suggested I line this pocket. And I knew I had enough, yes, to cut the pocket in 2 pieces, but then I had to deal with that seam still, and I didn't want to deal with seam. So I said, what have you got that I could cut lining out of that would go with these fabrics? So we tried 2 or 3 different things. And for the lobster, we settled on this print here. I just think that's so cute. You can tell how well it goes with that. And for the blueberry, we have this bottle print, which you can tell it goes really well with it as well. So that is my apron, my double-sided apron. I will insert a video at the end of me wearing it. And I do need to hem the bottom. Sewing plans. This week, I will at least get one of these items made. Also, while we remained the last time, I picked up this chalk and notch pattern and some fabric to make the shirt. The shirt is this here with these sleeves. The only thing is I don't like that seam there, so I'll probably cut this all as one. And I do have kind of a ecru color fabric to make that shirt out of. It's already been pre-washed. It's laying over here, but it's kind of buried, so I'm not going to dig that out. But that's hopefully going to be cut out tonight. And then I also would like to cut out my Sydney dress. And I want to make it out of linen. I did stumble across a video where a woman had made the Sydney dress out of a really pretty printed linen. And I really liked it. It looked good on her. She's about my size. And I did ask her a lot of questions about it. We conversed for probably 2 days. I plan on making mine out of a solid. My sample will be made out of it's really more of a fall sort of purple, not really a spring purple, but that's fine. It's just a sample. And I do plan on putting the pockets in it. The only thing I may be cautious of is it looked like this was folded up to be more like a cuff. And I don't want that because that's just too much bulk around my arms. And so I'm thinking I will probably reduce that down to where it's just like a hem. I decided to go see my other friend Cheryl, who owns Artist Endeavors. And I mainly went down there because she had put a little posting out about this panel that had come in. You see that sheep? You see those? Well, my plan is to get some canvas and make me another bag. I need another big bag, especially for this mitered square blanket that I have. I kind of like to take it with me when I go places so I can work on it. It needs a bigger bag. And so these panels will become the front and back pockets on that bag. She had a couple of them and I bought this one to do bag lining, pocket lining. So that is my plans for that fabric. Thank you for giving me part of your time of your day. I really, really do appreciate it. I love the feedback that I'm getting. You're just also so kind. But as you know, it's St. Patrick's Day and I've been doing a few Irish blessings. And so I found this really short one. I love it. It's just perfect. And this is from the heart. May love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. So have a great evening and I will hopefully see you next week.